It's time for our tale of the tape. It's the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs, 6 foot tall, 160 pounds with a reach of 74 inches. Many argue this man is the greatest super middleweight of all time, Carl the Cobra Froch. 6 foot 1 inches tall with a 75.2 inch reach.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a 2-time middleweight world champion and has fought the best of the best in his division. Let's see what he's got for us here in this one. Carl the Cobra Froch, a super middleweight multi-time world champion.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world known as the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. And there's the bell to start the round. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
The right hook is scoring. Good-looking jab. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Back and forth they go. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Missing with that right hook. Good counter punching. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Swinging big and missing big with that. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel? All right, breathe. Focus and stupid. All right, don't worry about the knockdown. Don't worry about the tough round. Relax. Breathe and relax.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. The straight right just misses. He missed with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Oh no, Carl Froch got caught.
His legs have gone. He's got to get their hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
They've avoided catastrophe there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting. Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Froch in trouble.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
This has been a very competitive round between these two. Disaster averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep. What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely done. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you still want to fight?
At some point, the corner has to stop the fight for this fighter because he's not going to lay down.
Hard, he's up.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner. They ring the bell, and here we go. They got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The jab slightly off target. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. That big hook doesn't land. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Important now. Mate, he's shattered. Come on, look across at him. Look at him now. Work behind the jab and then get your shots in. Don't let him get back into the fight. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing out. Just keep on top of him and don't let him back into the fight. Don't let him get that.
And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with him?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Only catching air with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Hook misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. You can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Carl Froch seeing cobwebs.
Does he know he's hurt?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Just missed with that hook. Jacobs in real trouble.
He's dazed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
I don't know who's got the advantage here after both men tasted the canvas in that round.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood. What does that tell you?
Right. Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel? All right, breathe. Nothing stupid, all right? Don't worry about the knockdown. Don't worry about the tough round.
Relax. Breathe and relax. Right, this next round, I just want you to
Keep moving. Don't take any clean shots. And every time he gets close, tie him up, grab a hold of him. Good. Right. In this next round, I want you to get through the round. Just get through the round.
keep moving. Don't take any clean shots. And every
Round. Just get through this round. Get on the end of the jab. Keep stepping.
right, this next round, I just want you to get through the round. Just get through the round. Don't
Gets close. Tie him up. Grab a hold of him. Good. Right.
next round. Keep on the end of the jab and keep stepping. Keep moving.
They ring the bell, and here we go. We had not one, but two knockdowns in the previous round as both of these fighters went to the canvas.
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. They got to think like a goldfish. Forget after 10 seconds. They got to be smart.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He got out of the way of that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. Both men step back for just a moment.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They both want the knockout. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do?
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
How are they still standing?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. It's all offense all the time. Nope, that jab not going to score. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Look back in the history book. Some of the
Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked.
beautiful snap.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout.